Looks like we're live.
Think about how much
Nice, nice, nice. Hey, folks. Good to see ya. Oh, microphone sounds awesome. Okay, we're good to go there. I think we can shut that door down. Awesome. Howdy, howdy, folks. Good to see ya. Jerome Forestwood here. This is your neighborhood checkup for the West End. Great to see ya. Nice to have you on the stream here. We are over here in Nelson Park, which is one of the major parks here in the West End. So great to see you. Nice to have you here on the stream. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. So we are going to go around and we're going to do a neighborhood checkup here at the West End. This is the end of our series of neighborhood checkups here in the city of Vancouver. After today, we'll have all 22 neighborhoods covered, and you can check that out and all the different neighborhoods out on our playlist on Jerome Forestwood. So you can check that out there too. So good to see you. Nice to have you here on the stream. Let's head on out and let's check out the neighborhood. What do we do on neighborhood checkout? Well, we check out the neighborhood and we check in and check up on it. We have a little bit of food in the neighborhood and we see how the residential areas are too. So let's head on out right now and let's check this place out. Okay, so let's go. Come on, let's go. Awesome. So around us right here, this is Nelson Park. Okay. Interesting people. And we're over here by St. Paul's Hospital, which is also in the West End. Nav, good to see you. Nice to have you on the stream. Okay. And we're going to head through the Davie Village first for you, which is part of the West End. Now, the West End is bordered by West Georgia Street to the north, okay. To the east, Burrard Street, okay. To the south, False Creek, and to the west, English Bay Beach Park, which is part of the West End. Okay. Once you go beyond English Bay Beach Park and Choco Street, as well as Lagoon Drive, that is Stanley Park. And that's considered a separate part of the city. It's one of the crown jewels of the city. Well, let's head on along Thurlow Street first, and we'll head down to Burrard. And we'll show you part of that neighborhood on over here too, walking past the hospital. So this is St. Paul's Hospital on over here. One of our older hospitals in the neighborhood. But it's still frequented. It's also where you go if you have like mental health or addictions. They do have a clinic in there to help those people out with those issues. Okay. Let's cross the street here. And we'll head down the strip. So this is basically your typical West End apartment building here. They can be small, they can be like 6 stories, 3 stories, or they can be large. Okay? And this area is dotted with them. Rent over in this area is usually around anywhere from $2,400 to $2,500. But recently, with the drop in rent, you can find a place here over here for like $2,000, $2,100, more around $2,100 if you're really looking hard enough. So, very, very interesting to see. Very cool to see. So things are a little fluid in the neighborhood. Now, if you're talking about single-family dwelling homes, there's not a lot of them here. And a lot of them that are over here are already apartment buildings. So that's something to consider as well. They'll be broken up into apartments and stuff like that. But if you do find a single-family dwelling home here, and they are rare, okay, in the West End, usually upwards of beyond $3 million. And they're not necessarily the giant mansions that you'll find over in Shaughnessy, or the even bigger mansions you'll find on over in the even richer area of West Point Grey. That'll go upwards of 20,000 or 20 million. So yeah, very interesting, very, very interesting neighborhood. And it is one of the most densely populated neighborhoods in Canada, but it's not the most densely populated. And in fact, the downtown has started to beat them with additions like the Butterfly Building. So at one point in time, they were able to claim that they were the most densely populated neighborhood, but not anymore. Awesome. So we're over here on Burrard Street. So this is the intersection of Burrard and Comox Street here. And this is the Wall Center across the street, and that's in the downtown. So we're right here on the border right now. On the border of the West End. So we're gonna cross the street, so we're just gonna hit the button. Okay. We're not worried about anybody else crossing the street here. I'm just holding a camera, so I'm keeping myself safe. Anyone else, so long as they don't impede traffic, they're fine to cross. But they do recommend you cross when you got the crosswalk. Okay. It is a sunny day today. A really, really sunny day. So if you're over here, this is the Tech Emergency Center on over here. Okay, there's a pedestrian entrance right there. This is where all the ambulances come for the hospital. And usually if you're seeing you're seeing an ambulance in the West End, it's most likely come from St. Paul's Hospital itself. A lot of the ambulances head, unfortunately, over to the downtown east side. But that's where there's a lot of people in need, so at least they're able to get those over there to those people in need. And that's also a reason why there's an addictions center in here to help people try to recover from their addictions and stuff like that. That's not always an easy progress, so. That's why when I see someone, unfortunately, on the street, I just say, "Oh, Nelly," don't say anything else. Because, of course, you don't know what that person's gone through. So, I laugh, otherwise I cry. Ken, good to see you. Loving the walkthrough. Brings back memories. Yeah. Yeah, you guys just stayed on over. I was just by the hotel you stayed at, the Century. Oh, good to see you. Nice to have you on the stream. It's good. I was able to meet up with Ken and Leonie. They were over here all the way from Australia, in Perth. And they came to visit, and they made quite the Canadian tour of Western Canada. It was great to see. Good to hear. Pretty normal, though. A lot of people will cover things in a short amount of days. So in the West End, we have a bunch of major retail areas, okay, which would be Davie Street, Denman Street, and Robson Street. So we'll primarily be staying on those sides of the area. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Making me blush. Yeah, let's head on into the Davie Village. So welcome to the Davie Village. Here on the Davie Village. And this is the gay village in the neighborhood. Okay. So let's keep going. Unlike other gay neighborhoods where you'll find predominantly just men, over here you do have a nice little balance of the gay populations both on the male side and the female side. And you see a bit of the other queer communities that are here too. So it's a good little mix. And when you come to this neighborhood, the only thing you're asked to do is not bring any bad vibes. We got a Chipotle moving in here. That's good. This space has been empty for a few weeks. You come over here. This place is chock full of different restaurants. Great places to come and sit down and eat some food. We'll pass by another banana leaf here, but this is one of the banana leaves right here. Okay, Malaysian cuisine. So you got everything from satay down to Singapore laksa at the bottom there. Very cool. Very, very cool. And what we'll do here is we will do a little meander, because over here in the West End we also have two major beaches. So we'll go and we'll check out some of those major beaches here in the area as well. Before we do anything else, let's head on in and grab a nice little coffee. Okay. So we're over here at a Mocha. I'm not sure if they've closed yet, so we'll go on in and we'll check. Okay. A Mocha's pretty good. We're gonna keep the camera tilted up so that it's only on my face, and we'll ask them if it's okay to be here before we go any further. Okay? But we have been in here before. And they got a really nice cold brew here, but I think I might get something a little warmer today. It's starting to get a little bit colder. There's a small little team out here too. So it takes time. Hey, how's it going? So what a day, what a day. Over here they have everything from like a Vietnamese latte to a flat white to a cold brew to drip coffee. They also have not coffee items too. Everything's around, like your drip coffee is your $2.75, which is a good deal, all the way to, you know, your chai lattes and stuff like that, which is still coming in at a deal at like $6.25. Their mochas are $6.80 for as well. So that's actually a pretty good place. So good to see you. Ken's like, we could go for a meal at the House of Dosa. The House of Dosa is awesome, guys. House of Dosa is definitely awesome. Okay? Definitely a good place. Okay. Hey, I'm just vlogging on my face. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Could I just get a Vietnamese latte? Thank you.
So which size you want, medium or large one?
Large one would be great, thanks.
For here?
To go. Awesome, thank you.
I can bring it for you.
Yeah. Awesome. I'll grab the receipt. Thank you very much. It's appreciated. They're so awesome here. There's so many great restaurants on Davie. That's true. That's true. Yeah. So it's going to take them a few minutes. So we'll just head up here. And if we get to pitch the camera right, we can keep it off of everyone. Okay. So there we go. Yeah, this is an awesome little place to come to. Like, Mocha is often overlooked by tourists, but it's definitely a favorite of some of the locals here in the neighborhood. There's so many coffee joints over in Metro Vancouver. Okay, and especially over here on the Davie Strip, that, you know, you got lots of choices. You got Matchstick, you got blends here, you got Starbucks here, you got a Mocha. Okay, I kind of like a Mocha. It's a little more chill and relaxed. Yeah, they do a pretty good job. So they're just making the drink right now, and once it's done, we'll head on out. Okay, and keep going on our neighborhood checkup here. A great little place. They also have some really good sandos in here, but like the sandos are almost done for the day. Yeah, Max, good to see you. Yeah, support local businesses. That's what I'm doing right now. Good to see you. Yeah, we're over here at a Mocha Coffee and Bites. Definitely a good message. Definitely a good message. And if you're sitting on over here, you get an awesome view. Okay. Of Davie right on over here. I think I need to clean the lens. No, it's just the sun. Let's clean it anyways. There we go. Okay. What a beautiful, beautiful strip right on over here. So that's the Davie Village right there for you. That's Denny's across the street. Asa and me actually went for a breakfast there I think last weekend. Yeah, last weekend. He owed me a breakfast, and he knows I like Denny's every once in a while. I like their chicken fried steaks and stuff like that. Nick, good to see ya. Yeah, with the grits and the gravy. It's one of my favorite American items. And Denny's is an American place, but it's also one of the few 24-hour places here in Vancouver. Other places that are 24 hours, like Blant's, A&W, Subway, even Rollsy is now 24 hours. So you can get an Indian caddy roll, okay, with chicken and stuff like that in there, tikka chicken or chili chicken. It's pretty good. Nick, good to see you. Nice to have you on the stream. Awesome, good to have you. Nick, nice to have you on the stream. Good to have you here. Ken saying, and Max, good to see you too. Nice to have you here. Oh my gosh, thank you. You didn't have to bring it over. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Okay. That's awesome. Thank you. This will keep my hand warm too. Look at this. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Their cups are very simple on over here. Okay, but I truly love that. Look at that effort there. That's a nice little pour. Okay? Not everyone can do that. And that's one of the things I like about a mocha. Okay? That is foamy on top. That is foamy. This is my warm Vietnamese latte. So it's a latte version of the Vietnamese coffee. Very, very good. Okay, let's head on out. We got some ground to cover here on the neighborhood checkup. So let's show you the mocha label one more time so you can remember it. There. A mocha. Coffee, because adulting is hard. I love this logo. It's awesome. So this is the Davie Strip. We've grabbed our drinky on over here from a mocha, coffee and bites. I'll head down the Davie Strip here for you. I'll show you a little bit of the neighborhood. Okay. There we go. Here's Davie Street here. There's other cafes now too that have moved into the area. Umberto, I haven't been in that one yet. It used to be a Mercado before. And before that it was something else. So that location has changed a few times. And then across the street, you got a whole pile of really awesome restaurants on over here too, as well as a surprising number of barber shops. There's a lot of barber shops here in the village. And this is what the Davie Street in this area is called. It's called the Village. Okay, or the Davie Village. You can type that into Google Maps and you can pull up Google Maps and you can see how Google identifies the Davie Village. Now the locals will tell you that the Davie Village goes all the way down to Denman Street on Davie Street. And that's because they're including the residential areas as well. There's also a nice little population of Nepalese and Indian food here in the area. So there's Gurkha right on over there. That's your Himalayan kitchen right there. Okay, across the street you got the Indian chat house, and right next to it, Faux Goodness. Just a whole bunch of really good places. Whether Indian or Vietnamese. This one's Indian, Chinese fusion, Momo Factory. And all of them do a really good job. This is also a tourist area, so you get a lot of hotels in the area as well. This is just one of them. Okay, Canaleone stayed at one of them. The Century over on Burrard. Not directly in the Davie Village, but in the West End. And this is the Sandman right on over here. If you want a good view, get a top floor in the Sandman. You'll get to see a lot of the city. Whether you're on the west facing side, or you'll get a great view of the bay. Oh, great view of the bay if you're on the west facing side. If you're on the east facing side, you get a great view of the city. We had a friend in there one time. And we stayed, and they brought us in up to the top floor. It's very cool. This is the Korean Bowl right here. This is Disco Cheetah. You might have seen this place, because this is where and this is one of the restaurants, Disco Cheetah. And then we did our Battle of the Bows for our Versus stream. So if you want to check out the Battle of the Bows, you can go back and you can see some of the bows that they make on over at Disco Cheetah. It's a Korean joint. Okay. They make some really good Korean fried chicken as well in there. A bunch of other stuff too. And they got a food truck as well, so you can see them at festivals and fairs too. This right here, this is the intersection of Davie and Bute Street. And across the street there, that's a popular place for the community to gather. If you saw during Pride when we were here, this place got just lit up with activity. Acid and me were dancing there with a whole bunch of other people. It was a great time. Great time. And of course, during Pride, on the Pride Parade Day, they closed down this entire street as well as Nelson Park. And they had a wonderful, lovely festival here too. There's Nene Chicken, one of the Korean fried chicken joints here on the strip. You get beer in there too. So there's lots of stuff to choose from. Lots of stuff to choose. And this is the new restaurant on the block here. This is Siam. Okay. Sometime Thai, Korat, a whole bunch of different Thai restaurants and stuff in here too. Very, very cool to see. Ken's like, we stayed on the 23rd view. Oh, what a view of the mountains and the ocean. Yeah. We were on the east side. We got a great view of the city and a little bit of the mountains. Yeah, so I didn't know the Sandman had 23 floors. Wow. I knew it was big. Yeah, I've only been in there once, and we were only in there for a short amount of time. Good day, good day. Now these apartments here, right down there, those are the ones that a lot of people, the Holly Lodge, will fight to get into. Very well taken care of inside. Okay, apartments there are around 2,400. The 2,800, depending on where you're going. And that's because you're right here, right on the strip. So you got a lot of different members of the queer community living in those areas. Okay, let's check out a little bit of the neighborhood. Oh yeah. Awesome, you just heard it right here from one of the locals. There's a 1-bedroom around the corner. That's a good one. Well taken care of. Good to go. Thank you very much. If you're looking for a place, the locals know. So seriously, listen to the locals. We'll keep the people on the bench off of the screen, but there's Matchstick right there too. One of the many coffee joints on over here. This one's closed right now, or it will close at 5. I'll head this way. And we head down to the beach right now. And this will give you a view of some of the buildings on over here in the neighborhood, just so you can get an idea. Again, you're not going to see a lot of single-family dwelling homes. There are a few, okay? But like I said before, most of them are broken up into apartments now these days, or they've been turned into businesses. So this is 1209 Jervis. We actually almost got a spot in here. We got offered a better place. So of course, we took the better place. A little closer to the SkyTrain stations. But this is a great place as well. And just see all of the different towers that are out here. You got small little towers, big towers, and everything in between. Again, making it one of the most populated, densely populated areas in all of Canada. Of all the buildings that are built just so close together, too. But still, not the most populous area. I'm not quite sure which is the most populous area. They would definitely calculate it based on per capita, and I think it is St. Jamestown and Toronto, which is in the upper east quadrant of the downtown core. Let's head down the way here. So we're leaving the village now, okay? And we're just in what's considered just the West End. Andrew's like, next to impossible to find parking in the West End. Best use alternative transportation. Yeah, there's very few parking lots. And if you're down here on a busy day, it can get really hard, even if you're parking on over at like one of the parks like Second Beach or Second Beach, or you're parking over by Pendrell and Denman Street. But yeah, Andrew is absolutely right on that. There is not a lot of parking in the area. Okay, and most of the time when you do see cars parked on the side, a lot of them are locals and they have a certain ticket. You might not see it right away, but it's in the car there, and the police who put out the tickets know what to look for. And it allows them to park on the street, but they do pay for it. So, so true, so true. There is a hostel in this neighborhood as well. Okay. It's down that way a little bit further. It's called the High Five. So if you are someone who is looking for a hostel to stay at, okay, which is often a hotel for younger people, but older people sometimes stay in there too. A lot of backpackers and stuff. It was definitely one of the places to go to. But again, you can see how these buildings are really formulated here. This is the lower level one. This is 1333 Jervis Street. Very well. Not all of these are apartment buildings. Some of these are condominiums. This really shows you the contrast of the taller building behind it. It's just a menagerie or a mix of different sized places. Like whatever developer could get whatever property built whatever they wanted to at the time. And a lot of it's starting to age. There's not a lot of new buildings here in the area. There's a few, but not a lot. A lot of the building in this area ended around the 90s. This is Tudor Manor right here. This is more of a condominiums. And there's a mix of rentals as well as condominiums. So condominiums, you own the inside, okay, and your parking spot if you have a parking spot included. But otherwise, the outside is managed by the building. And you pay a fee for all of the amenities inside, as well as to take care of the building itself. That's usually a yearly fee, or sometimes they break it down to a monthly fee. Now we're down here at Beach Ave. We're just going to wait to cross the street here. Okay. There is no button on these lights, so it is not pedestrian controlled. Papa Smurf, present. Morning, afternoon. Good to see you. Nice to have you on the stream. So this is Jervis and Beach Ave, and then it turns to Pacific right there when you cross the street, and Beach continues down this way. before we go any further, this beautiful fountain here, they don't have it turned on right now because it is winter, and if we get a flash freeze, that'll ruin the fountain. But this is a beautiful, beautiful little fountain here. You can just imagine the water just cascades. All it does is ripple down this right here. Very, very cool. And it says, "In gratitude of Vancouver, a city whose beauty and charm is unequaled." And it's got north, east, west, and everything here. And this fountain was donated by the city of Vancouver, donated to the city of Vancouver on its centennial in 1986 by Dora and Charles Davis and family. Okay. So I'm not sure who that family is, but they're probably, with a nice little fountain like that, they're probably pretty prominent members of the Vancouver community. So, very cool to see, very cool to see. Let's go down a beach Ave and then around Second Beach so we can cover some of the beaches for you on over here in the neighborhood. And when you're crossing the street here, just keep an eye out because you are crossing a bicycle path. And some of our cyclists are notorious for not stopping. Okay, let's keep going. Some more of those camper vans that come here in the wintertime. And look at that, they've closed the field. The geese will love that. They can just sleep right in there on the nice grass. And they're gonna let the grass grow a little bit more. They put up the fence at this time of year just because the grass gets really loose and it can get easily chopped up. So the geese at least will enjoy that. And they'll sleep there tonight. And that'll be a place to hide from the coyotes. Asif was wondering where the geese were going. Asif, this is where the geese are hiding right now. In safety over here. He was like, where? They're not at English Bay Beach. No, they're down here where the fence is. Pat was first like, you need to see some of the beaches over here in Western Australia. Well, that's nice. That's really nice. We do plan to go to Australia eventually, but we're going to try to cover Canada first. At least hit up some of the major cities. And show Asif a little bit more of Canada as well. Give him an opportunity to understand more about the country that him and his family chose to come to back in the day. But it's definitely on the list. Definitely on the list. So we're not going to cover all of the West End today. That would take too much time. We will head down and check out the beach and stuff like that for you. I wouldn't say our beaches are spectacular and grand like some other beaches, but they're great to have here in the city and they're very beautiful. There's a lot of people that enjoy them. This is your little skate park on over here. And then behind that, they got the road hockey arena. So they got a few rails and ramps here for skateboarders to go over. Pretty cool. I'm gonna sneak around the edge here. And head out to the beach for you. So you can see a little bit of the beach. And welcome to English Bay Beach. Looks like some guys are just stretching. Alright, this isn't English Bay Beach, this is Sunset Beach. Sorry guys. English Bay Beach is the next destination. Beautiful, beautiful Sunset Beach here. If you sit out on the edge of the beach right there, you can watch a beautiful sunset right here over the mountains. Right now the sun's setting right around here, but as the winter moves on, the sun will set over there until around midsummer again, and it moves back over Kitsilano. Papa Star's like, why would you leave Canada? It's such a beautiful country. Papa Star's like, I'll be back in 2 years. Very cool. Well, if you want me to see the beaches, which is your logic, I'm Australia, then we'll have to head to Australia. Otherwise, you can't see the beaches. So welcome to the West End, guys. This gives you an opportunity to see some of the waterfront on over here too, accommodations. All right, here along Beach Ave. Very iconic, very Vancouver. And if you want to bring your grill out here, you can. This is where you put your hot coals and you're done. This is the second beach right on over here. It's all swim at your own risk right now, this time of year. And you will have the occasional person that does their morning polar dip all year round here in the West End. But especially on New Year's Day, they have a giant polar bear dip. And that happens over in English Bay Beach, but you'll see some people doing the polar bear dip over here at sunset. So, and I have filmed that a few times. So you can check that out in the back catalog, the New Year's Day polar bear dip. Quite the spectacle. Very beautiful. Pablo's nurse like, haha, Google will work. Fair enough. Fair enough. This is the Jervis Pump House here. They're improving the stairs on over here. It's one of the water pump houses here. But it's always been like a nice little lookout point for people. So they're improving it so people can enjoy it a little bit more. Oh my goodness gracious, are you serious? I got Asta from Go 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 on my channel right now. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. Wow. Good to see you. Nice to have you on the stream, husband. And you can see there's wind here. My hair is all wild and crazy. We'll just go with it. I'd rather have wind-blown hair than no hair at all. If I had no hair at all, I'd probably go bald. Just straight up bald.
Okay, I'll leave you to it.
So over here on the West End, this is the walking path here. Sometimes you'll see people walking over here, but this is technically the biking path. Okay. And if you find yourself on the biking path, just calmly move over to the walking path and vice versa. And then there is a nice little biking path that also runs along that area right up there on Beach Ave. Very, very nice. Over here, this used to be part of Sunset Beach, especially when the low tide happened. I gave Papa Smurf a good little chuckle. But this place right behind us here, okay, just a couple years ago, a barge was moored out in the harbor, and it washed up, and a big storm happened, and it washed up here on the shore, and this place got renamed Barge Chilling Beach. Doesn't really carry the name now, but some people still call it Barge Chilling Beach. Became a major landmark here. They shut down this part of the seawall path here for a little bit. You could still walk on the path, but there's a big wall because it was all around this a big container ship, and they had to take the container ship, or it was a barge. They had to take the barge apart slowly and carefully because it was actually carrying oil and chemicals in it. So nothing really spilled out or anything like that, but such is life. Oh wow, low tide's starting to happen. Look at that, it's exposing some of the wall here. Beautiful little walking path here. I've never seen that before. Actually, sometimes you walk past a place a billion times and you still don't see something, and then it's brand new. Very cool. Now, when you are in the West End, there is a common phrase that people often say. They say, gay twinks around the West End. That may be true, may not be true. But there is quite the gay community here, regardless of what part of the West End you're in. So it's not only concentrated across and through the Davie Village, but all over this area in the West End, all over the area in the West End, and across Vancouver too. And this is where you'll find the largest concentration of people from the gay community, the gay men's community, as well as the lesbian community, all living down here. And while people consider this often an area for the rich, while there is accommodations for the very affluent here in the area, there's no doubt about that. You can't say no, Max, you got it. You got it, Max. Yeah, it is gay central, that is true. Okay, and while there are places for the very wealthy here, especially some of the apartment buildings in and around English Bay Beach, that are more condominiums than apartment buildings. Okay, there's a lot of working class people that live in the area, or middle class people that work in the area. A lot of construction workers, a lot of office workers, and then a lot of people that are also continuing to work to make the rent even into their old age. We got some friends who live down in this area who are in their 60s and 70s, and they're still working their office job. Some of them like it because it keeps them busy. Other people are just working their day job still just so they can make the rent so that they can live down here. So it is not the most affluent area, but there are people that sometimes say that if you live down in this area, you're very, very affluent. That's not necessarily correct. Though some people will pretend. Nick's like working daddies. Absolutely. You got it. You got it. Again, there are a lot of people also that live out or are not part of the gay community that choose to live in this area. So if you are choosing to live in the area, that's something that a lot of people take into consideration, and where they're living and why they're living here. And when I had an incident at Sud where Karen was picking on us a couple weeks ago and picking on me just because I was talking on my cell phone to you folks, keep the camera on my face, okay? It was very obvious that she was unaware of who lived in this community, and when she was being homophobic, it was a big shock to her. She didn't realize until she looked around that she was surrounded by a pile of people that were either allies to the queer community or were part of the queer community. Just looking at her, everyone was just saying, "Get out, get out." How dare you act homophobically to one of our own? There's someone out there swimming right now. Look at that. That's normal. We'll give him some privacy now. It's such a beautiful, beautiful place to be. Awesome, good to see you. So we're down here at English Bay Beach. Okay. I'll show you the beach in just a sec. There's the beach right there for you. Some beautiful, beautiful beach right here. Now, when you are here in the West End, there's two sides to the West End. English Bay is on the west of Denman side, okay? So when you're over here, this is Beach Avenue right here. And once it gets past English Bay Beach here and over to the Davie Street, it turns into Denman Street. And on this side, this is west of Denman, including English Bay Beach Park. And then on this side, this is east of Denman. And they carry some different connotations. So while you can live, if you choose to live down here in any of these areas, you'll find a lot more of the more established people over here. That is a very affluent condominium right there. Okay, as well as the one with the tree on top of it. Okay. And oftentimes, people will consider this a little more affluent. But beyond these two major buildings here, okay, it's pretty much middle class, working class. And then over here, it's a little less affluent, east of Denman. But there's still very expensive properties in there too for the affluent, as well as a heck of a lot of working daddies, as Nick says. There's the Inukshuk from the 1986 Expo. And Inukshuk is a indigenous term by the Inuit, and an indigenous sculpture by the Inuit to mark that they put out on points in the Arctic, and they built one on over here too. And it just says, "We are here." So if you're paddling around the Arctic, like a lot of the indigenous communities do, and they're up there usually in kayaks or boats or some sort, sealskin and stuff like that. And when they see one of those Inukshuks, that's big, and they know that that's a place where people have been, possibly a place where you can find food or shelter, stuff like that. Papa Smurf loves the insight into this area. Well, we spent a lot of time down in this area, so we know it very, very well. This is pickleball on over here. So, beach pickleball. Pickleball has become a very popular sport here in the Vancouver area. And we're now here at English Bay Beach. And this beach right on over here, English Bay, and this is pretty much what people consider the downtown beach, even though it's here in the West End. This is a separate neighborhood from the downtown. So, for people who live outside of the community, okay, in other areas like Mount Pleasant or Kensington Cedar Cottage, they'll often consider this part of the downtown, and that's okay. You definitely consider it that. And the only reason it's not part of the downtown, it's part of what we call the West End, is just because of the density of people that live here. So they had to separate it, but it is here on the downtown peninsula. So such is life. But this is the party beach. And even this weekend, if it's going to be sunny, there'll be a bunch of teenagers. Usually at this time of year, it's the locals, and they'll just be partying on the beach here, having a good time until the police come and tell them to go away at 10 p.m. Then they'll head up to the clubs and stuff like that. What an awesome place. What an awesome place. Let's walk out on the accessible beach mat. It's also great if you don't want to get your feet completely covered with sand. And these nice little logs set up here permanently. I believe these ones are like nailed down for sitting, because wheelchairs will need to pull up to them too. And here's the beach right here. Nav, good to see you again. What beach? This is English Bay Beach here. English Bay Beach. This is the party beach here in Vancouver. Okay. And tonight, because it's sunny, you will see around sunset here, there will be a pile of people down here. Now, during tourism season, you'll see tourists down here too, watching the sunset, but tonight it's probably going to be a locals party. And a lot of the times people will just pick up food from one of the local communities, either where they live and bring it on over here, or they'll go to a place like Vaughn's Burgers or Chicken World, and they'll pick up something to eat, or they'll come on over to the Cactus Club right behind us here and watch the sunset from there. So Cactus Club isn't as expensive as some people think. It's rather quite affordable, but you are paying for the aesthetic. So there's a little bit to that too. Okay, so we'll walk along the seawall path here, and then I'll take you into the west of Denman section, so you can see west of Denman. Finger, turn around. And there is our palm trees right down here. English Bay Beach. And Denman Street starts right there. I'll just head on over here and then up and into Guildford. And just give you an idea of the density of buildings here in the area. So you can see a little bit of that. That's the whole part about the neighborhood checkups, is we're not doing the normal, hey, let's go to a restaurant and let's go and check out some places, or hey, I want to just stretch my legs today. We're actually looking at a neighborhood to check in on it, check up on it, see how it's doing. And give you a little bit of a taste of some of the amenities, including the public parks, and this is the major park here in the area. Sunset Beach and English Bay Beach. Papa's first, like time for me to head off. Thank you for your daily dose of Vancouver. Well, you're welcome. You are welcome. So if you carry on this seawall path, as we've done many times before, Stanley Park is just up the way there, and that's separate from the West End. They consider Stanley Park its own, not a neighborhood, but its own area. So if you are looking to stay down here at English Bay Beach, one of the places that a lot of the older people choose to stay, usually because it costs a little bit more money, is this hotel right here, the Sylvia Hotel. This is a very affluent hotel. It has some groovy jazz music on the weekends here, especially in the summertime. Okay. And it's got a bar on this side, and I think the restaurant extends to that side too. So it can get quite busy. Again, usually it's the older population that chooses to stay here. So 60 and above, but you'll find the younger people staying in here every once in a while and stuff like that. It's a nice private place to be. Another thing that's very weird about the Sylvia Hotel is is regularly you'll see police cars out front of here too. So some people say this is where the police keep some of their witnesses. But who knows if that's true or not. That might just be hearsay. And here's the Sylvia Hotel. And these vines here, this is what's epic about it. They're starting to turn red. This building's going to turn a gorgeous, gorgeous red over the next few days. We're crossing Pendrell Street here. And you can see the different condominiums. These are condominiums right here. And rental apartments. This is the Pacific Sands. And you can see how close they are. They're packed together very, very tightly. Very, very tightly. And a lot of these older buildings that are a lot smaller will have beautiful, beautiful stained glass windows in them. So you can see the stained glass right here. Okay. And that's just par for the course over in this part of the area. So we'll head up to Comac Street, and then from there, we'll go over to Denman Street and show you a little bit more of the neighborhood. I want to show you guys I want to show you the Denman Place Mall right now. It's very cool to see. They have it all set up for Halloween. So it's a whole bunch of fun. Whole bunch of fun. Okay, let's cross the street and then we'll head on west on Comac, or east on Comac. West is towards Stanley Park, east is away from Stanley Park. And again, this is the west of Denman area right on over here. So every once in a while, you'll meet someone over here who is just pretending to be rich and affluent. Then you find out they make less than 100,000 working for the CBC. So they're just pretending. It's pretty funny to see. Here's some more of the buildings right on over here. Yeah, there's a pile of good food here in the West End. There's a pile of good food. Asif, if you're still over at Kyle's, come on out. Meet up and go for some food. Here in the neighborhood. There's Kin's Market right there. This is like it. I have no idea what that means. And we've been here in the West End before. Right on over here. This is Denman. Sweet. There's the 7-Eleven right there. Oh, you're at home cooking. Okay, fair enough. No worries. Okay. Let's cross the street in just a moment. Over here at Comox and Denman, right by the Denman Place Mall. There's the Denman Place Mall right there for you. Okay. But let's head on into the Denman Place Mall. I want to show you. It's good. If you are looking for craft beer, the Denman liquor store here, one of the best craft beer selections right on over here at the Denman liquor store. It might be a little thin right now because the provincial beer warehouses, the staff's on strike right now, but when they're not on strike, that is a nice, busy place on over there. Oh, head down this way. And this is where the No Frills is located. So this is where we do get some of our groceries. And they have it all decked up for Halloween, which is very cool to see. So, all this Halloween stuff in here. Very awesome. Very spooky. Hey, good to see you. This one moves. You just push the button. I can't press the button hard enough. That's okay. That's pretty cool though. I have this nice little setup on in here. Look at this. The custodial staff does this. This one will blow up. Okay, but they're not quite ready to show that one yet. They kind of like show it piece by piece, add it and build as they go. And then they take it down real quick the day after Halloween's done. They also do a nice little Christmas display and Valentine's display, as well as and try to do a little bit of St. Patty's too. Here's one of the custodial staff setting it up right now. It's all spooky. They do a really good job, so very cool to see. Very cool to see. It'll get spookier as they go along. Okay, let's head up and out. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You get a lot of nice people down here, but you do get a few cranks as well. And so just be aware, not everyone in this neighborhood is nice, but quite a few people are. Every once in a while you run into someone who's just having a grumpy day. So such is life when you live in a big city. Mocha, you do an awesome job. So I'm done my coffee. We'll toss that in the garbage. Black bins are all over the city. That's where you toss them. This is Ayub's dried fruit and nuts right here. And this is on bot right here. Let's see if we can go on in. They're not busy right now. Hey, I'm just vlogging on my face. I'm gonna keep the camera on me. I just want to make sure you guys are okay with that. Yeah? Okay, cool. Yeah, can I grab a seat and just get some food? For here. Thank you. I'll just sit down here. Okay. And keep the camera on us. So it'll just be pointed towards us. So I was going to go to another place, but I saw they weren't busy right now. So this is the perfect time to come on in and show you some of the delicious food that's over here. This place is truly one of the hidden gems here in the neighborhood. Thank you very much. Some tea, please. Thank you. So they'll ask you if you want water or tea, so you can choose either one. This is Omba. Okay. It's very cool. They got cool drinks in here too. So if you're looking for a nice drink, this is definitely a place to come to. They got the old school Vietnamese drip coffee here too. This takes time to make. So if you're getting a drip coffee, and just be prepared to sit for a while. But other than that, it's delicious. It's delicious. It's definitely delicious. So yeah, good to see you. Yeah, I was thinking of getting something. They have some really good banh mi over here, but I wasn't looking for banh mi today. I have a bit of a cold, so I was looking for something a little more soupy. Okay, they have some really good noodle soups on over here too. So like the pho dak biet, that looks pretty good. Okay, that's the AAA rare beef brisket, beef ball topped with grated ginger, onions, and cilantro. Awesome. If you're done cooking and you can make it over here, husband will get you dinner. Husband will get you dinner. Don't feel obligated. Thank you. Appreciate it. Awesome. I'm ready to order. I was just wanting the, how do I say it? Pho dak biet?
Yes, pho dak biet.
Yeah, that's what I would like. If that's okay.
Yes.
Yeah?
Would like to add the white donut or sweet for today?
Make it even better. With an egg, a donut. Not today. Not today.
Anything else?
No, just that. Thank you.
Very much. Thank you.
Okay. You can get an egg. Okay. You can get like this donut thing or extra tofu or meat. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Here's the tea right here. Nice little tea. That tastes good. That tastes good. It won't take him long either. No, it won't take him long at all. Okay? No, but I've shown the camera on here every once in a while, and this place gets quite busy. Okay? So it is one of the places to come to. Oh yeah, no worries, don't worry. Thank you.
This is house make chili with vinegar and chili oil. It will make your flavor better.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
So this is the chili garlic vinaigrette. You'll put a little bit of this into your soup. Okay. We also have a setup on over here. I'm gonna keep the camera on the table. Okay. So you got your hoisin sauce, your hot sauce. This is your chili garlic. or something else. There's the atmosphere right there. No one's over there right now, so we're okay to show that. And then, because we're in a Vietnamese restaurant, they're gonna bring you your Vietnamese basil, okay, or Thai basil. I can't remember what it's called. And then they got the bean sprouts as well. Okay. So very, very good to see. I just want to check out the stream, see how the stream's doing. Okay. And this will also allow me to check out, put the location in here too.
My dad starts
So, there we go. It looks like we're doing okay. Okay, that's very good. We'll turn the volume down. There it is. So I'll get the name for you. I'm gonna put that into the chat. Oh my gosh, Brooke, good to see you. Give me a sec here. I think I gotta lower my voice. I do have a loud voice, so I'm gonna lower it just a little bit, a little quieter. Yeah, we're over at Ong Wa right now. So Brooke's saying, oh my gosh, I've been trying to connect for an hour. YouTube was down. Oh, okay. Such is life. Hope you're having a good day. No problem. Good to see you too. Nice to have you on the stream, Brooke. Yeah. Come on, good to see you too. And Asif is confirming YouTube is experiencing issues. Yeah, every once in a while they have issues and stuff like that. It'll be interesting to see how the stream holds up. The stream's been holding up on my phone, so, and it looks like Papa Smurf could access it, so it looks like it's okay in some areas, but hey, it happens. That's life. Yeah, Asif did an awesome stream last night. No. And so he just likes to stream sometimes and just do artwork and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And then he just chats with everyone. And you know, he's a chatty Cathy, so you can have some good fun with Acid when he's chatting on the phone. Especially if he's making art and stuff like that. And that's what you really need to do. So like people ask me like, you know, why do you walk? Can you only stream if you're walking and stuff like that? No, you can just sit at home and stream too. Lots of people do it. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Okay. Thank you. So when I go and I explore neighborhoods, that's just something that I like to do. I like to explore neighborhoods and stuff like that. And usually on foot, so it's a little bit slower for me, you know? A little more enjoyable in that way. So that's just a choice. That's my choice to do. And Asif's choice to do art on his stream is great too. Yeah, you don't have to stroll around. Like if you want to just make a few videos, get 50 subscribers, and then sit at home and vlog and do a live stream that way, you definitely can do that. And that's perfectly fine. Some people have asked, do you need to copy my model exactly? No, you don't. You don't need to copy anyone else's model too. So this is the chili garlic, so you can put a little bit of this in here. If you want to make it a little hotter, a little more garlicky. Okay. And here's the basil right here. So a lot of people will take the basil and they'll take some of the leaves and they'll just put it in there. I'm not the biggest fan of the basil, but I do still put it in. And then you got the bean sprouts too that you can put in here too. So good. So good. Okay. And this is just showing you a little bit of the neighborhood too. Yeah. Some people think there's a model of success on YouTube based on what other people have done. And they'll go and they'll replicate that. But really what is important is that you do what's authentic to you. Okay? And so that's the important part. Here's the broth right here. Well, that chili garlic adds some good flavor to it. Well, this broth is very flavorful on its own. Very, very flavorful on its own. Okay? This is one of our favorite Vietnamese restaurants in all of Vancouver. And there's other good Vietnamese restaurants around, like when we're on the east side, I like to go to Saigon Bites and stuff like that. And there's some awesome banh mi there and stuff like that. But An Ba does a really good job. I also took you to Pho Cu and M down the street. That's also one of our places that we love. But this one's just aesthetically so much more pleasing. And so, if you are looking for a nice place to come to, definitely check out this place. Support these folks. They work very, very hard, and they do a really good job. And they feed a lot of the people in the in the West End. And that broth is just amazing. But yeah, let's get some chopsticks here. Okay. And let's show you a little bit of the food that's in here. So I'm going to pull out some of the food for you right now. Okay? Okay, so this is mainly a beef pho. And you can see some of the thick noodles right here. Okay? And there's nice sliced beef in here. This is AAA grade beef, as it says in the menu. Okay? And then they got beef balls that are in here too, like chicken balls, or you can get tofu balls and stuff like that too. No, I haven't seen tofu balls in this restaurant. Yeah, so they just chop up the beef ball. Now, if you're on the far west side of Vancouver, our favorite pho shop over there in West Point Grey, that would be Gold Train. I used to call it Gold Tran all the time because it had like a spelling error on one of the signs, but it's Gold Train. Just a nice, beautiful meal to have. It's good when you have your pho to mix it up too. So you can see right here, we're mixing it up. Okay. Asif, I'm getting that app glitch again. I think I need to reinstall this app on my phone. So I'm just saying that right now as a mental note to myself. This is just so beefy, so delicious. Yeah, when I started, like, so going back to Asif's point of doing your own type of content, when I started YouTube, okay, I was already walking around the neighborhoods that we were hanging out in. And Asif just looked at me one day. No problem, no problem. I think I'm just going to reinstall a whole bunch of apps. But as we're sitting here eating, I was walking around, and there's people looking in here, just looking at my food. They're not necessarily looking at me, they're looking at my food and being like, that looks good. You know you're in a good place. And this place will get busier in like an hour or two. There'll be people like sitting all over here, somebody waiting. Just because it's a little early right now. What time is it? Now it's 5:20, so they'll start eating around 6 and 7. If it was the summertime, this place would be packed right now because you get a lot more tourists and stuff. But like, look at that, just beautiful, beautiful, grade A beef. That was tasty. But yeah, to get back to it, the way I started on YouTube was I was already walking around neighborhoods because I like to go for strolls. I like to explore neighborhoods on foot. So Asa just looked at me one day and was just like, hey, you're really interested in starting a YouTube channel. Why don't you just walk around with your camera on a gimbal? And, you know, that's what I did. Didn't know anybody else who was working, who was producing the same content as me, or anything like that. And I still don't know a lot of people who do the same type of content as me. Okay? So I don't really follow anyone or anything. I'll watch my own videos just to make sure they're okay. Like the video I posted today, Stanley Park was so quiet. I cranked up the volume to like 50 on the television, and I was like, oh, okay, so I didn't screw up the volume there. It's just so quiet. The minute you get on over to the, hey, good to see you.
Good to see you. How's everything so far?
This is delicious as usual. Very awesome.
Welcome back.
Yeah,
Nice
Jerome. Nice to
to
meet
see
you.
I'm Chi.
You Chi?
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I've been working here for 3 years now. I know you've been here a lot.
Oh, really? See, I've been here a
I
lot.
always noticed that you come with the camera, so that's why.
Well, why not?
Yeah, why not? It's cool. It's like a food reviewer, right?
Yeah, well, not just, well, explorer. That's what it,
Explorer,
oh,
sure, yeah.
that's what it say.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Exploring food, reviewing food, checking out neighborhoods. So this is the neighborhood right on over here. This is an awesome neighborhood to come to. But yeah, I started just walking around the neighborhood, exploring the neighborhood. I think we were living in Leslieville at the time. So if you look at one of my first videos, it was in Leslieville in Toronto. And I just thought, let's just share these neighborhoods with people. So I started with, I'm going to be covered with soup by the end of this, guys. It's a badge of honor. So I started in Toronto with a lot of one-point perspective videos. I'm just walking around different neighborhoods and exploring them, all the way from North Toronto and to the downtown core and everything in between. And then I eventually came on over here, okay? Because work sent me on over here, and they needed someone on the West Coast, so asked if and then we came on over here. Into the city of Vancouver, and that's when I started to turn the camera after a year of doing one point in Vancouver, and started turning it on my face and speaking more to the camera. And then came the festivals and the food and all that type of stuff too. Now I'm known more for visiting restaurants to try out food than anything else, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. And so, this is awesome to come on it. You can hear the music. It's a beautiful aesthetic. They're always playing like this calming, beautiful music. That chili garlic sauce they give it. It's good. This has got some heat to it though. And don't, if you're not used to spice, it's got a little bit of those red chili peppers in there that are a little hot, okay? So just be aware of that, okay? Doesn't hurt to put a bit in your spoon first and just try it. See if you like it before you put it in your soup, because it'll permeate the entire soup. It's so good. Now, because we are doing AAA grade beef, which is one of the higher grades on over here, and this bowl of soup's around $19, but right now in this economy, that's pretty affordable. And so, especially for the amount of food you get. And so, this will fill you up. Okay? This will definitely fill you up. So awesome to see. It's a nice savory faux broth. Yeah. Oh, Andrew's saying some places are charging $20 for a cocktail in Vancouver. I choose piping hot pho any day. Absolutely. Absolutely, I'm with you on that one. The Jungle Room, just up the street here, is one of those places where you're paying a little bit more for your drinks, but they have a beautiful aesthetic inside. So you're paying a bit for the aesthetic, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's like a great place to take a date, but like, come here, bring a date here, spend money here. Well, it's so awesome to see. Good to see you guys. Nice to have you on the stream. I'm just so good, guys. And see some of the broth. You can see it's just a nice faux broth. You can see my shirt. Like, I knew I was gonna come either here or another place that served like a soupy thing. So I came on over here. Oh yeah, this place is awesome. Awesome other stuff. I like their bummies. The Vietnamese chicken wings are the bomb. So, we're keeping the camera on us. So good, so good. There's gonna be people like coming on in, sitting around us and stuff. 5:30. Yeah, and that's the start of the rush. I love how like they have these giant faux spoons here. Like when we used to eat over at West Point Grade because we lived over in the UBC area, the University Endowment Lands. Is this the first place we can get a place to rent? Okay. They're more willing to do like WhatsApp walkthroughs, and the company was able to set that up for us and stuff. Okay. Which was great, but they had the more Japanese style spoons. The nice bigger spoons are always great because then you can get like a nice big pile of pho. Okay. You can work your way through it a little faster. It's so good, so good. Usually when I get down to this, it's nice because now you can just like you worked your way through the broth. It's not as sloppy anymore because I'm a sloppy eater. Acid will attest to that. I can just kind of power my way through the end of the noodles. But this is such a full bucket, full dak beer. Such a nice little dish. Yeah, faux strategy. Another thing you do, if you're struggling to eat the noodles with your chopsticks, because they can get a little slippery, you can always do this too. And this is why these big spoons are really helpful. Oh man, that's a big bowl. Not a big bowl. Okay. So you can pay at the front. I believe they have machines. Can I pay? Thank you. They have machines too, so they can bring it over to you, or you can just pay at the front. The classic Vietnamese restaurant. In that way. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh, it's so affordable. Yeah, it's working now. Can I get the receipt, please? Yeah, taxman likes that. Thank you very much. You too. Okay. Got a noodle stuck to my finger. Now let's get the bag. And we got one more stretch to check out on over here. Thanks, guys. No problem. You too. It's a pull. It's a pull. It's a pull. We're back on the strip here on Denman. Let's head up. Head up the street here, and we'll head up Robson, and we'll show you a little bit of Robson Street as well. And the stretch that's over here in the neighborhood that's part of the West End, which is one of the major retail areas here in the city as well. There we go. So back on Denman Street. All right, over here at King George Secondary School. King George Secondary School is attached to the West End Community Center. So their gymnasium, or one of their gymnasiums, actually in the community center here. And this community center on over here, they have an ice rink and a whole bunch of other things inside. Okay. I have a lot of kids programming right now, so we're not going to head on inside. Every once when there's a vote on, I like to kind of walk past the voters line. That's when they don't usually have a lot of kids there. Okay. And just show you how the lineups are for voting. Because everyone's sending me texts at that point in time, like, what's the lineup like on over here? Have you passed by Kensington Cedar Cottage Community Center? What's the line like over there? So I just walk past a few of them every once in a while on screen, just to show people. Today it's a little long, tomorrow it's a little shorter. Everyone wonders. Everyone wonders. Let's take you up and into the Safeway. Yeah, and of course, if you're down here, this is one of your 24-hour locations right here, the Brecca Bakery and Cafe. So we'll stay on this side, but there are some really good restaurants on the other side. Chun Chung rice hot dog right on over there. It's literally called that. Okay, that is your Korean rice hot dogs. There's also Bike Rental Row right down there. We've gone through Bike Rental Row before. Mr. Cool down there. Rocky Rambo likes that place. Okay, and then Banana Leaf right on over here. This is a nice little place too to come to. I pointed out the Davie location. This is the chain that you find all over the place. And one of my favorite little cafes in the area right on over here, especially for sweets. This is Uni right here. You can see their name right down there. So you can get your Japanese donuts. Very, very good place. They also have drinks. Traditional coffees and bubble tea style drinks. I'm not sure if it is bubble tea or if it's something else. But beautiful, beautiful drinks on over there too. So let's head up the street right now. We'll go up the hill and we'll go into deeper into the area. But this is Robson Street right on over here for you. You got the bank on this side. And on this side, you have a whole bunch of good restaurants too. Van Love, that's your sushi place. There's the Latin grocery store on over there. A lot of Latin people live in this area. Okay. And you can see housing all over the place. Right here on Robson Street too. Right above it. Okay. A Flower in Horse in Spring, that's a Chinese restaurant. Okay. Kongi Noodle House. You got your major chains there. And you got the Beijing Kitchen, the Dynasty Dumpling House. So much good stuff. So much good stuff. Yeah, YouTube is all over the place today. Wow. This will be interesting. And then the other place that I was planning to go to. Okay, if Amba was busy, is this place right on over here. Marachi Ramen. This is a chain ramen store, but that location does a spectacular job. And the staff in there is really, really good. Really, really good. And when Asif and me, we're on a sabbatical from drinking right now. But when we do choose to drink, one of our favorite bars in the area is this place right here. Goo with Garlic. This is a Japanese izakaya. Okay. And we love sitting in this area, and over here it doesn't look like anyone's in here right now. They got the traditional Japanese seating here, very low to the ground. Very, very cool. Okay, let's head up the way. I'll show you a little bit more of the neighborhood. And you get a mix of people out here today. People wearing like winter coats and toques. Other people light coats. Even some people in shorts. What a day, what a day. Here's Nom Nom right here. This is where you're gonna get your Korean dishes. So everything from bulgogi fried rice to kimbap. Here's the kimbap menu right here. I want to take you in one time and show you guys the bulgogi or the spicy pork. Or I haven't had the sausage one yet, so I want to try that. They serve like, their kimbaps are like extra large. They're much bigger than the regular kimbaps you get. So it's often quite a meal when you get it. Along here you got a bunch of Korean barbecue joints. And then this is the Richmond Public Market here. Let's head on in and show you about the Richmond Public Market. Or not the Richmond Public Market, this is the Robson Public Market. Because we're on Robson Street. Now, back when I was visiting Vancouver in 2015, this place is a whole lot busier. But apparently, as I've been told, this area changed and stuff. So Local Legends is doing a good job here. They're still vibrant and busy. You can see people in there and stuff like that. And there's a lot of just empty places in here. This place used to be packed with a whole bunch of seating and stuff like that. It's a shell of its former self. But it has so much more potential. They wanted to bring it back to its glory. There's some really good restaurants up here too. Let's get a little busy during lunchtime. Okay. And you can see it has that same vibe as the Richmond Public Market. But yeah, it's much smaller. 9 Dumplings is very popular. Okay. Red Flame over here too. They're all lunch places, so they're closed now. It's such an awesome place with a whole lot of potential. A whole lot of potential. So come on in here. If you are in the area, check it out. Just be prepared that it's not going to look very busy, but there's cafes in here and verandas. So if you're in or around here at lunchtime, pop on in. Support some of these businesses. They really do work hard. Okay, Richard, who visits the stream every once in a while, recommends 9 Dumplings. So, we have 9 Dumplings also at the City Square Mall over on Cambry Street in the Fairview neighborhood. So it's definitely a place to go and check out too. We'll head up the way. There's some Lily Shoe hot pot for you. If you're wondering what a hot pot is like, okay, and you didn't catch our Monday Munchies stream, Asif and me went to Big Way Hot Pot, and we showed you one of the hot pot experiences that you can have here in the West End, as well as across Metro Vancouver. Big Way is a big chain across Metro Vancouver. Okay, so an awesome place to go to if you happen to be in the area. It's across the street. We'll pass Big Way. I'll show it off to you, just so you can see it. Nice little cafe on over here. It's new-ish. It's been here for about half a year, maybe a whole year now. Perfecto Cafe. And they have other. They also have a location over on Davie Street at Davie and Seymour in the downtown core. Nice bike. Oh, Venture dirt bike, very cool. So much good food. This is Big Way Hot Pot right here. There's some people in the window here. Okay. But yeah, they give you a hot pot. You fill up your items right on over here. They weigh it down there. And I think you pay like $3.99 for every 100 grams. So it's kind of fun. Like, how much are you gonna pay? I was pretty sure I was gonna pay $30. Okay. So I ended up paying $22 for my food. I was really filling up my bowl. And Asif, who wasn't as hungry as me, filled up his bowl to what he felt he could eat. And that came out to $11. So, and then you get to pick your broth, and I think that's like 10 cents or something like that for the broth. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. So if you are very strategic and like a nice strategy thing, heading on over to Big Way, trying to get it under $10 is definitely possible. Definitely possible. Let's keep walking here on Robson Street. We're crossing Brattlton Street here. Across the street here, they have one of the community gardens. It's over here. Eventually they're going to tear this community garden down and build a tower, but the community garden's here because they tore down another building that was here. And usually before they get the permits to dig a little bit deeper and stuff like that, or the developer wants to wait until the population is crying for another building, which is a business strategy, okay? They usually turn it into a community garden. Either that or a dog park. Now, if you are here on the West End, there's a few options for hotels. This is just one of them. This is the Tropicana. And again, the hotels over here are aged. So they're well taken care of, but they are older. So you'll see that every once in a while. This Barclay Hotel on over here, they're actually going to tear this down. See, the cigar shop is no more. And they're already doing construction on over here. A big demolition job on the old Listel Hotel. It's right next door. Here's Ramen Dambo. There's always a lineup of Ramen Dambo. And the Maku tea right on over here too. A tiny lineup in there right now, but a lineup nonetheless. And this is my favorite place though over here. Old school Taiwanese place, Bubble World right on over here. Taiwanese cafe. Very awesome, very awesome. Sometimes it's Taiwanese, sometimes it's Hong Kong. I do get them mixed up, so feel free to correct me if I'm getting it wrong. Okay? I try to do my best, but sometimes I mix things up. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Ziggy! Good to see you. Yeah, we're on Robson Street. We're just doing, we're wrapping up our neighborhood checkup series. Finishing up over here in the West End. Good to have you on the stream. Yeah, this marks all 22 neighborhoods of Vancouver covered, including Killarney. So yeah, I have been across the city. Good to have you on the stream. Kept this one till the end because it's close to home. Started out with the downtown. So, good to have you on the stream. Let's keep going. Yeah, so we're over here on Robson Street right now. Just finishing it up. Now there's more streets to this neighborhood. In and amongst between Robson Street here and Davie Street on the other side. Okay. There's a lot more of that housing. The same type of housing, a lot of these different buildings that you can see here. Okay. So for example, the Butterfly building is in the West End here because it's on this side of Burrard. So that is their new taller building. Eventually they're going to build a lot more of these taller buildings in this area, especially up top here. Okay. Up top here is like solid rock. Down below, like west of Denman, it's still solid rock. But there's a few sandy spots here and there, so I don't think they're going to build there right away. But good to see you. Yeah, this is the season finale. Went to one of my favorite Vietnamese places. En bas. Had a faux dak biet. It was very good. And that's their beef pho. Very, very awesome. Very tasty. Good to see you. Yeah. Last of this series, we'll do neighborhood checkups again at some point in time. But at this point in time, guys, it's good to mix up the different series. You know, you kind of do a season and then you break it up. Okay. You do something else. And then you come back and do season 2. And who knows where that is? Who knows where we'll go? I'll sit down with Acid and we'll talk about it. You know, just see how busy this retail area is right now. It's a cooler day during the middle of the week on a Wednesday, and you still have people out here going about with their families or their friends or just by themselves, walking down the street, some doing window shopping and some people just chilling out, other people going into the shops and picking up whatever they need. A lot of clothing on over at this end here. So very, very cool to see. As well as a lot of people just heading from the downtown down Robson Street and over to English Bay Beach for the sunset. Should be happening right around now. And once the time changes, it'll be even earlier. Yeah. For our small little city on the West End, or small little city here on the West Coast, or little big city on the West Coast. Little big city is what we say. It's only 800,000 people here. It's a very, very busy strip here. Of course, if it was one of the bigger cities like Toronto or Montreal, there'd probably be 2 or 3 more times more people here. So much busier, but in Vancouver, this is the neighborhood. This is pretty busy for today. Not packed, but busy. This is the intersection of Robson and Thurlow Street here. And that's where the sinkhole opened up earlier in the summertime. Who knows? Was it a portal to another world? We'll never know. They covered it over fast. It's a cover-up. It's a cover-up. There's a Starbucks there for you. Yeah, busy for a Wednesday. Pretty awesome, pretty awesome. You see some of the new shops in here. Zara's across the way. It's been here for a while. Okay, but you got JD Sports that just moved in here. Doing an awesome job. Cam, good to see you. Vanya, good to see you too. Come on. I already said hey, so good to see you again. Let's just head on down this way. We'll just chill out. Okay. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up over here. This is the border of the end right here. Okay. Here in the neighborhood. So I'm gonna finish it up over here. So thanks for coming along today, guys. Okay. This has been our neighborhood checkup of the West End on over here. It's good to see you. Good to have you here. Okay, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, hit that subscribe button. And this is a great ending to our series right on over here. Here in the West End, just checking it out. Checking in and checking up on it. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't hit that like button yet, hit that like button. And thanks for coming out today. Talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye.